To a trader, sometimes you don't keep the information of what happened last week, and you certainly don't understand what's going to happen in the week ahead. Let me explain. I track this every single week and produce the weekly edge. And you can have a look at this now. Have a look for yourself and see what happened last week, what's going to happen this week.
From the surface, mid-August 2026 presents a highly ordered, predictable global market. But directly underneath, a chaotic variable is fracturing that structure. Right now, the macro landscape is moving in two completely opposite directions. On one side, near-perfect economic data in the U.S. is fueling a risk-on rally. Inflation is cooling and the consumer is slowing, exactly as the Federal Reserve intended. On the other side, Washington has declared an indefinite naval blockade of Iranian ports. This military standoff in the Strait of Hormuz is supercharging an inflationary energy risk premium. This creates a direct divergence in performance. While the S&P 500 hits record highs on AI-driven tech strength, the FTSE 100 has fallen in every session this week, forcing a reevaluation of the standard global equity playbook. To navigate this environment, we need to build a diagnostic matrix. We have to isolate these conflicting variables and price them individually. Relying on broad beta strategies is insufficient when the market is this segmented. Survival this week requires a tactical, layered map of central bank policy, supply constraints, and foreign exchange fragility. This matrix identifies the foundational layer of the current regime, central bank divergence across the major global economies. The U.S. Federal Reserve is exhibiting a clear dovish shift. July CPI dropped to an annual rate of 3.4%, with core inflation hitting its lowest point since March 2021, alongside completely flat producer prices. That inflation relief is paired with a cooling U.S. consumer. Retail sales just fell 0.6%, marking their weakest reading in 14 months. This specific data combination slashed the market-implied odds of a September Fed rate hike from 45% down to roughly 30%. Yet outside the U.S., the stance remains strict. The Reserve Bank of Australia recently delivered a unanimous hawkish hold at 4.35%, with Governor Bullock repeating that inflation remains too high. The United Kingdom reflects a similar tightness. The Bank of England is maintaining a hawkish posture, backed by 3 dissenting committee members actively voting for a hike. This widening gap in policy rates creates the baseline volatility for global capital flows moving into the autumn. While interest rates direct capital, geography constrains physical supply. Heavy crude tankers are navigating narrow maritime choke points under the shadow of a heavy military presence. This introduces the second layer of our matrix, an exogenous energy shock triggered by Washington's open-ended blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. This chart of 5-day commodity moves shows the impact. WTI crude surged 5.4% to $82.40. Meanwhile, gold decoupled from its inverse relationship with oil, rising 0.8% to a 10-week high as a hedge against geopolitical escalation. Looking at equity index moves, we see exactly how this commodity shock is splitting the market. The S&P 500 cleared 7,800 on tech strength, with chip names like SanDisk up roughly 25%. But that rally didn't reach Europe. The FTSE 100 dropped 1.4%, suffering losses as energy risk and a slowdown in UK GDP weighed on the index. Even in the US, the Dow slipped 0.6%, squeezed by elevated fuel costs. Across the board, energy exposure, rather than underlying economic health, is currently the primary dictator of regional index performance. The collision of divergent central banks and soaring energy costs activates the third layer of our matrix, the foreign exchange tripwire. This flow diagram breaks down the mechanics of the yen carry trade. Capital is being borrowed against the Bank of Japan's 1.00% rate and deployed into the Federal Reserve's 3.50 to 3.75% environment. That lucrative yield differential is what powered the Nikkei 225's 4.6% breakout to record highs in a single holiday-shortened week. But this chart of 5-day FX moves exposes the underlying fragility. Notice the significant upward percentage moves for the dollar and sterling crosses against the Japanese currency. USD JPY hit 159.3, surrendering half its recent gains. This creates a highly crowded trade. The market is once again testing the Ministry of Finance's intervention tolerance near the 159 to 160 level. The Nikkei's record run rests on a volatile foundation. Any sharp yen appreciation could trigger an immediate global unwind of this capital flow. Flattening these structural variables into a 2D calendar timeline provides a tactical roadmap for the week ahead. The first critical node lands on Wednesday at 9 p.m. BST with the release of the July FOMC minutes. This was the widest committee split since 2016. Any hawkish signal from the 3 dissenting voters will force a swift repricing of those 30.
Hope you enjoyed the weekly report. If you want to get a report daily that tells you anything that's going on day by day, what the opportunities might be, then look in the links below. You can get my daily edge and be informed. Get the edge in the market.